Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to another Soviet Sunday, where we're diving right back into Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Lots of work to do today, especially in this new city area. It's weird calling it a city. It's just an industrial area, really. Like what classifies as a city? It needs to have people living in it to be a city, right? This is certainly an industrial zone, folks. That's on the south side of the mountain range over there, whereas on the north side of the mountain range is where we're going to have our city. That will need to start developing soon if we want to sustain our development to the far south over there. And that's hopefully going to be the main focus of today's session. We've been doing a lot of planning and working over here. I think it's time to start executing. But before we start executing, just want to say really quickly, folks, as always, if you've been enjoying this series and you'd like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment down below. It makes such a big difference. I look at the number of likes and comments to get a better understanding of people's interest levels in different series that I do on the channel, and I do enjoy reading through all the comments. It's nice to see what y'all are thinking, saying, planning, plotting, suggesting. It's always a good time. So keep leaving those likes and comments, folks, if you want to see more Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. With that ramble out of the way, let's get right to work. What do we have to do today? So I saw your comments and I saw a variety of opinions with regards to build or wait. And I think it almost felt like a 50-50 split, but I was listening to justifications on both sides of the conversation of, beginning to build versus waiting before the entire area is planned. And a lot of the things lined up with my own personal thinking, especially when it comes to the power plant. We should, at the very least, get the power plant up and running so that we are, no longer dealing with the brownouts up at Vecherinkograd. We're able to isolate our power supply for our, manufacturing and stuff down over here. So I should probably start building all of this stuff as I'm planning the rest of it. The rest of the industrial sector, we can plan and build at the same time, though I might still go piecemeal, because again, going piecemeal will satisfy my impatience, and I won't be compelled to, pay for building, and I'd much rather build as much of this as possible with our own nation's resources, as opposed to just paying for it. Every once in a while we'll pay for it, obviously, but overall I'd like to do it with our own resources. And I was pointed out as well in the comments. See, like I said, I read all the comments and y'all point out things that I miss all the time, and I love it. But I forgot to purchase, fuel over here, so that'll hopefully help shorten this distance a little bit. And it was also pointed out that I should perhaps start building our residential area over here right away, because then workers will be able to come from, this area down to here and down to here, rather than have to be trucked over, well, not trucked over, bussed over, literally speaking, from down there. Which is maybe not a terrible idea, because again, we do have, if we look at our population stats, we've got 2,100 people living with their parents. And I don't know what that does in terms of employment. I'm pretty sure they can still work. However, that's a huge population that we can force, that we can invite down over here to contribute to this construction. So we should really consider that as an option. And again, this is going to be a city. That's a town, village, whatever you want to call it. This is going to be a city. So we're going to go with bigger buildings and stuff over here. So maybe we start doing that. Step away from industrial for a moment. Plan the city over here. Let that start building. And as that's building, continue our planning over here. And then when that's done building, begin this construction and continue our planning over here. That sounds like a decent and relatively intelligent way to approach this. We'll find out, obviously. We are at 4.3 million. Money is looking fantastic. Our people are, seeing the same level of unemployment. Hopefully that's something we'll solve when we start shipping people down south. And our government loyalty is still on the rise thanks to our radio station. I think it's so cool that I wish I'd built the radio station sooner. It's just such a cool thing, I guess. So that's all that taken care of. Let's take a look at our economy really quickly. Last year, we made $750,000. This year so far, it's only January. We're, already making some good money, but we'll be spending a fair bit of it. Last year, in fact, we spent a fair bit, didn't we, in construction? And I really want to see, in terms of our imports, I want to see some of these imports stop. it'll take probably another couple years before things like mechanical components and steel completely stop, because we are still importing for construction purposes. Every once in a while when I decide to, pay for building. Apart from that, one more thing I want to check is over here before we hit play. Plenty of crops at the food factory. This barn is low on crops. And I wonder, so because this barn is low on crops, we're not seeing crops get shipped over at a decent amount or at all, as the case is right now. So that is a bit of a problem. I'm wondering if... okay, so we're growing right now. All growing, some are ready to harvest. I might need to add some more fields to this farm. So that we're, keeping up with our deliveries a bit more. Lots of crops. Well, I say a lot of crops. It's not a lot of crops. 29 tons is not a lot. But we'll see. Hopefully this all smooths out and we resume the production of crops, the plentiful production of crops at Ruralinsky to ship over to Farminsky. But that's thinking for later. Today, hopefully we're focusing down over here. Let's start with the development of the living area over here, the city itself over here. So let's go ahead and hit play. Let time resume and let's get to work, right? So we've got... Hopefully, these are two one-way roads that are coming down this central path over here. We also have... Oh, it's going to become nighttime, isn't it? And it's going to be impossible to build when it's nighttime. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Well, nonetheless, we have... Okay, so we've got the one-ways going in and out. We have the two-way and the trolley bus that's like sort of arterial, I suppose, taking people down to where they work without having to stop for gas or anything like that. We will need to add some stops. Oh, I don't have any stops built for these guys. I just realized. Wow. Glad I realized that now rather than later. The footprint on that is massive. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to adjust the road where we want to put stops down. So we'll have to plan around that. Okay. Definitely glad I checked. Well, we have one stop up over here, right? Do we really just want everyone coming up there? Well, what about like in the middle? Nah, I definitely need one in the middle, one up top, one in the middle, and one down there, probably one over here as well. So we'll have 4 trolley bus stops, I'm thinking, where people get on and get off. That'll be a decent, I think, main road situation. But I'm definitely glad I realized that right now rather than after having built everything. And in the center of these like areas, I'm going to do mainly buses. And the thing about the train is I don't know if I want to move... Well, moving people via train is a good idea. Just because the sheer number of... You can move people a lot faster, especially going over to the industrial sector. Now, I'm wondering where I want the train to go down. I know it's super dark, and it's hard to see. I mean, hopefully y'all can see where I am. Like, I almost wonder if the train should be next to the mountain range to the south here. There we go, sun's coming back up. Like, if the trains should go from here on out, or if I should put a train station right down in the middle over here, so people can congregate there, and then take the train over to the industrial sector over here. That might not be a bad idea either. All right, so let's go ahead and figure this out. So first of all, unfortunately, we've put some resources down for this construction already. Whatever. It's a bit of a waste, yes, but we'll make it work. We have this crossing over here. So if I put the trolley bus stop up there, start there. Pick more people up over here. Keep going down. Potentially pick more people up over here. Drop everybody off over here. That's the thinking, right? That's the thinking. So, yeah, let's go ahead and put one down. Maybe down over there, because this area hasn't been constructed. So yeah, let's go ahead into our roads. Go ahead and cancel this segment over here. And this will definitely not fit, which is really unfortunate. I don't like the size of the footprints. That's like my biggest issue with this game, I would say, is like sometimes it just doesn't make sense. And we'll do the infrastructure. All right, so gotta cancel more of that. Trolley bus stop. There we go. Okay. And now it's not going to be a perfect curve, obviously. That bus is going to get stuck, obviously, as well. Go ahead and do that. Come on now. You don't want to connect to that side? Why? Because it's not too steep of a descent. Okay. Fantastic. Let's try that. There we go. Come on out. There we go. Beautiful. Like so. Pop you down over there. Let's make sure you're not being built. Let's get these roads down. Buildings in the way. So I know I have to kind of like dance around this thing. Let's see how smoothly we can do it. Come on now. If I go out, over a bit more, and then back in. No, too sharp of a turn. Okay. We're getting there. We're going to make it look pretty. We're going to make it work. That's not pretty. Cancel this a bit more. Oh, come on. Game, you know exactly what I want you to do. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. The roads also sometimes have a mind of their own, as you can see. All right, so let's try bringing it over from here. Let's see. We go like so. Pull down. Go like so and pull across. That, you know what, that works for me. Try the same thing over here. Oh, here we can go right across. It's so weird. I guess here it's a steepness thing. So once this thing goes by, I'm going to go ahead and... But we also want to make sure that people are able to walk, right? And this is too close to build. Oh, no. Okay, we can still build a sidewalk over there. Okay. Okay. Learning. Learning as we go. Can't delete because it's being used. Come on. He's way gone. He's way gone. No vehicle coming down that way. I guess it'll wait until he gets down to there. No, it's got to be sooner than that. It's so frustrating sometimes. Even if I pause it, it doesn't allow me to do it. That's something they definitely need to sort out, which is like, I shouldn't have to wait. As a player, I shouldn't have to wait for this bus to be even further gone. That bus is coming as well, so I'm like caught between a rock and a hard place, basically. There we go. So yeah, I had to get to the next block, so to speak. Alright, so this, yeah, might be... There we go. There we go. Okay, great. And now if we do want to make side path or footpath connections, we can. Not the prettiest, but it does work. There we go. Alright. Alright, so we've got probably bus stop number 1, and then a central one where people can get on if they want to continue down this way. Probably got a train station here. Right, this will be a good spot for a train station, for a passenger train station. And then down over here, perhaps, we get another trolley bus stop. So let's go ahead and plan that out. Probably right after that crossing. Seems like a good spot for it. Yeah, that seems like a decent spot for a trolley bus crossing. Trying to, like, judge my distances here. Alright. Go ahead and pop you down over here. And also, well, actually, that's too much of a curve, I think. We need something a bit more straight. Go ahead over here. And definitely gonna have to get rid of the road as well. Let's not lie to ourselves. We know we have to get rid of the road. All the road. Trolley bus stop. Over here. There we go. That was surprisingly easy. And painless. The whole process. I shouldn't have said that. I may have spoken too soon. Should have put this road down before I said that. Go and do that. Go and do that. Oh, wow. Okay. You know what? That was, yeah, not bad. And if I get the footpath connection... Oh. Come on. Come on. No. We can connect over there. Can we connect up over here? No, building's in the way. All right. That's fine. That's fine. Just pull this road out a little bit further. Something like that. There we go. Okay. Not that bad. Not perfect. Not terrible. I could probably smooth this out a little bit. Famous last words, I know. Famous last words. Pull you down to here. Pull you over there. Okay. We can make this into like a boulevard kind of a thing or something. I don't want to adjust all this path. I mean, say I don't, but then I look at it properly and I go, yeah, we could make this look nicer. Pull you down to here. Pull you over to here. And connect you. There we go. And let's suspend that construction, please. Make sure all this is suspended. Yes. Suspend you as well. Don't need any of this being built right now. Suspend you. Suspend you as well. Okay. I don't think I need to suspend everything. I'm pretty sure the ranges will cover everything else. Suspend you. Suspend you. Alright, hopefully that does the trick. Hopefully that does the trick. Alright, so people are able to get on over here. They're able to get on over here. They're able to get on over here. They're able to get on over here, but they'll be getting off over here to move to the spot here. Once all this has been built, they're able to reach. We tested that previously. Can't see it now. And then from here, they will take the cable cars over to here, from whence they will get distributed to the various spots. Now, what I do need over here, actually, I just realized, is I'll need a bus stop over here. I could get a bus stop a little bit lower. Like, people are willing to walk so far as here, so I could get a bus stop down there. I've got a bus stop down over here. Oh, you know what? Actually, buses can probably use these as stations. Let me check real quick, because you never know. Let's go ahead and just find a random bus somewhere. Let's go pick out one of these buses. Better safe than sorry. Let's go pick you out. I want to see after Rulinsky if we were to add... where'd it go? This? Yeah. Okay, they are able to use this as a stop. They're able to pick everybody up, so that's great. We don't need a bus stop down over here. The cable station acts as a bus stop. Okay, great. Or a terminal station, or whatever you want to call it. So that's that taken care of. Now, it was suggested that rather than take the conveyor belt all the way over to feed coal to the power plant, a couple of things were suggested. Cable cars, even though each cable car can only carry a handful, so to speak, of resources, you can run a bunch of cable cars on a line, and it's actually pretty efficient. So I did consider replacing this with a cable car connection instead, and then I realized there was another suggestion that rather than taking the resources down there, it might have been a good idea to take the resources across the mountain, like straight across the mountain, and from over here have another aggregate storage that either ships down to coal or up towards steel, which is not a bad idea. That means this was all kind of a waste, unfortunately. But let me check something real quick for that. If we were to do iron, right? Because coal is needed for iron, bricks, steel, and, oh, sorry, not iron. Steel, bricks, power, and cement. Now, for cement, we'll probably have to ship some down all the way there or something. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that even, but we'll probably, truck coal down to the cement factory down over there. Bricks, we don't need to produce more bricks down over here, let's be honest. We got plenty of bricks coming from down over there. And that's with just one brick factory. Here we should focus on steel, I'm thinking. At least for now. But if we take a look at the oil, or sorry, not the oil, but the iron mines, right? The mines would all be down over here. Okay, the mines would all be down over here. The processing could happen over here as well. Because over here, we wouldn't be able to fit much. Yeah, so if I were to build the iron mines down here, 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 and here. Iron ore could be processed. I guess iron ore should be processed up over here and then pushed towards the steel. I mean, there's so much iron over here. So we can do vehicle manufacturing and stuff up over here as well, right? It's going to be extremely complicated. It's already, like, it's racking my brain trying to figure out exactly how all of these... Because, again, it's not just... Steel isn't the endpoint anymore. It's one of the endpoints, but we want to build cars and trains to ship out, right? So we've got our aggregate store... Well, okay, you know what? let's not get distracted. We were supposed to do this first, and then we'll continue planning down over here. I just wanted to comment on the conveyor belt. I might keep this, since it's nighttime now, I'll just explain further. I might keep this conveyor belt that keeps a constant supply of coal going towards the power plant, and I might have a separate conveyor belt that goes over the top of the mountain, or maybe it'll be the same one. Maybe another outlet from this one over here goes over top of the mountain and puts things down in an aggregate storage on the other side of the mountain range, and from there the coal can be sent over to, well, Baraharad does not have a train track, okay, so it'll just be sent to our steel mills to produce steel from coal. Okay. And how much, if I were to check real quick, steel, sorry, the steel mill requires brick, steel mill, there we go. The steel mill requires 375 tons of coal to produce 40 tons of steel. That should not be a problem to keep up with our new kind of setup. I wonder how many of them we'll need, though. We'll leave room for multiple, but as long as it's able to work. And I wonder if I shouldn't. Okay, let's try something here. So if I were to build while the sun is down, if I were to build a conveyor belt up over here. Let's see if this would work. Flattening this terrain would be painful, but... Oh, come on. You were working moments ago. Okay, oh. We had a spot... Oh, there we go. This is going to be very interesting. Trying to get it over the mountains over here. Thank God we have our own construction equipment. Let me just put this one down so I have it marked. Come on now. Come on now. Don't waste my sunlight. Don't waste my sunlight. I guess this is what it feels like to actually care about daylight savings. God, I hate daylight savings. We're almost there. We're almost there. A little bit. Oh, there. Need less flattening up over here. Again, I want to be very thorough with our planning over here before we... Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Before we just commit and have regrets. If I were to do that... Oh, nice. That actually works quite nicely. Really fighting gravity over there. Going over this is going to be hell, though. How are... Okay, I know how. This needs to actually be one of the mod ones. A modded, the high connection. Yeah, like it'll need to be this one or something. Anyway, it's going to be an interesting journey, that's for sure. To go from there over to over the mountain. But it's a journey we'll have to do, I think, for maximum efficiency. And then from that central area, we can distribute to our steel mill and whatnot. Anyway, we'll sort that out later. Back to the residential area over here. So we've got our trolley bus going down that way. Let's go ahead and plan our large train platform. People don't like living near the trains, is the funny thing. But it feels like a necessity. I mean, we have some modded train platforms as well. I could build the massive one like we have on that side, the modded one. Calls itself medium, but it ain't medium. It ain't medium. Where's my trains? Platform station, I guess. No, it's not that. Oh, no. Oh, wait, yes. Both call medium. I don't think I'll need that many trains, but the capacity is a lot higher. That's, you know what, this actually feels like a waste of space. Do a trolley bus stop instead. Kind of makes this a wasted construction, but we haven't spent any resources on it yet. That might actually work a bit more nicely, because then I can connect... Is that a bus as well? It says just trolley bus stop. Okay. It's trolley bus only. Not a bus stop. Okay, what if we do the bus stop and train? People get off the bus over here. Why would they get off the bus over here when they can get off at the trolley bus stop as well? Well, actually, can a bus get off at the trolley bus stop? Gotta find another bus over here. Because in theory, it makes sense that a regular bus is able to use a trolley bus stop as well. However, how do we test this? I guess I'll have to build one of you. They're not that expensive. I could build you as well. Sure, 3,700. We gotta test this, right? So, you. If I were to add... Oh, okay, you are able to use this. Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. In that case, we might just do a regular train platform over here. Or over here, perhaps. Let's see how the trains... It'd be electrified railway. Can the tracks... They can. Okay. Good stuff. Tracks are able to kind of loop around this way. We are also able to build a railway tunnel down over here to bring more people down to this area. Right now we're thinking of using buses, but I could use a train station. And I also need to put down parking lots. That's been recommended a couple times, and I haven't forgotten that. I need to put down parking lots. There's so many moving parts over here, folks. Okay. Train platform. We know we need a train platform. I figure this is a decent place to put one down, like up over here. We're going to have to waste those resources. It's too bad, but what are you going to do? A little bit of flattening required over here, looks like. Let's go ahead and do just that. Put you down. So if we drop you here, right? Again, this is just planning right now. Go ahead and pop you down over here. Face you this way. A bit more kind of parallel to the road. Come on now. I know. There we go. I want the roads to line up a bit more nicely is the problem. Okay, let's flatten that. Okay. If I were to do that, I doubt the tracks would work. Electrified railway. Too steep of an incline, of course. Not a surprise there. Not a surprise there. Let's level train to this height. Alright. Go ahead and flatten all this. This is going to be a bit more of an undertaking than I would have liked. Okay, because the problem becomes that connection to the south. Looks like we can make it, which is good. Genuinely surprised. Can't build it at infrastructure. A little bit further north. Okay. I need that road connection, though, is the thing. Need that road connection. So, let's see. Too steep of an incline. Again, not a surprise. I could do this. I could cancel the road here. Cancel that road. There we go. Level train from height. Raise this a little bit. This will be a little weird, but we'll make it work. There we go. And we get our tracks over here. Done. We do that. And this becomes a spot for people to take the train to the industrial sector from. Right. Let's make sure we suspend this construction. Every time I start working on trains, I get nervous. Now, I don't know if it'll be trains or if it'll be trams. We'll figure that out. Maybe a bit of both. But for now, we're making plans. Nothing else matters. All right, so we can turn you around. I want to be as cognizant of the amount of space this stuff takes as possible. Are we able to get out of there? We are, right? Yes. Great. So we are able to take the trains to the industrial sector. Fantastic. I just wanted to make sure we had that in place. So people will either take the trolley bus down to here to work on, at the power plant or at the coal production facilities, or they will take the train over to here where they work on the industrial stuff. That makes sense. We might add another train platform over here, so people take the train and go there. I don't know how much of a distance that is, or people might take the bus from here to here. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Maybe we'll actually use bridges to cross that bridge. We'll see. Okay. Construction suspended. Tracks aren't being built. Now, some of these train tracks I will probably build manually. I need to get another construction office down as well. But I don't think we're going to be connecting this train line to this train line. Not anytime soon, at least. We might need to build... What we might end up having to do is get the tracks, like, through the town, up this way with a tunnel, go through, maybe take another tunnel, maybe have a crossing somewhere over here. Like, we'll eventually have a connection, but not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. We just need to keep in mind that we should probably leave a gap down over here, though. Again, just like planning, it's a good idea. They say measure twice, cut once. I say measure thrice, cut once. Like, you never measure too many times. You never measure too many times. Let's see if we can't... Oh, there we go. Keep you going like this. The reason why I'm doing this is because when the time comes to actually build this track, I will have left space to make it work, but also be aesthetically pleasing. Let's do that. And we can do... There we go, see? And this will be a bit of a problem. Too steep of an incline on the other side there. But we can always, you know, diverge from our... we can do this kind of a thing and go up that way. Kind of reduces the size of the living space over here, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Or we can go down this way, where we have a bit more room to play with. For now, though, let's go ahead and pop you down here, and pop you down. Ooh, interesting. Cancel that a bit more. Can we? Again, just looking for the limits of our construction space, basically. Too steep of an incline. Really? Okay. Bit annoying. We can average that out, I guess. Kind of do this sort of a thing. And that should allow me to go up, hopefully. Still too steep of an incline. All right. There we go. That's kind of silly. Go ahead and do this. But this is good, though. I mean, it's good to get this out of the way now, rather than after everything's been built, and then I have to take down entire housing areas. That'd be depressing in more ways than one. So now I should be able to go a little bit further. No. There we go. Flatten this out like so. I hate when it doesn't let you flatten completely. It's like, come on. Why would you stop flattening? Or why would you imply that I can flatten completely if I can't actually? Alright, this is proving a bit more annoying than expected initially. But I shouldn't be surprised. Train tracks. Train tracks and me. There we go. So can you, hopefully, come along for the ride? Angle of connection is too sharp. What are you talking about? Riding side by side another track here. Alright, looks like we have a bit of an issue over here. See if we can't. Yeah, okay, it doesn't like that little shimmy in the tracks. Fair enough, fair enough. We can do something a bit more like this then. Is it perfect? No, but what is perfection? Is it function or is it form? That'll do the trick. All right. It's eaten up a lot of the room to the south over here, but I think, again, I think it's worth it to have this planned out now. So basically what's happening is people are living over here, right? Maybe in the center we have a community center. We've got shopping, we've got food, we've got clothes. Hopefully all this stuff is available, locally produced. But when it comes time to go to work, people will either take, they'll either walk up to the trolley bus over there, or they'll walk up to the trolley bus station down over here, or they'll take a bus if they're like in this, no man's land in this corner. They'll take the bus to either of these trolley bus stations, or they'll find a way to get to the train station, which will take them to the industrial sector, right? The trains will also be connected to our... Whoops, I flipped myself around over here. Trains will also be connected to our main, tracks. You want to have a national rail connection, right? So we're going to have that as well. Meanwhile, we're about to hit 5 million, folks. This is kind of ridiculous. And if we look at employment, or unemployment rather, we're still hovering around 1,100. Trains seem to be moving smoothly. I haven't jinxed that now, but that seems to be working. And students are also getting post-secondary education in greater numbers. Our education is looking pretty good too. All right, great. So now down over here, how do we proceed with the roads? Let's go ahead and I wonder if we split this in half right down the middle first. Right? You go up the middle and then down over here. I almost want to build a plateau up top over here if we're actually going to build a community center kind of a thing up there. Now this is definitely too steep. So let's go ahead and do that. Wow. Not exactly what I had in mind, but fair enough. Fair enough. Hoping for a bit more of an interesting central high space kind of a thing. But I guess that doesn't work when you have to go down so far so quickly. Alright, well, let's go ahead and flatten this then. Because again, this is a whole city, right? We're not... When it's mountain ranges, we'll work with the curves of the terrain, but when it's, little hills and mounds, we will be flattening and smoothing the terrain out to make sure it all works as needed. Alright. Let's try and find our center point over here. Let's go ahead and pull this down from here to here. And from here down to too steep for descent. Are you kidding me? There we go. Perfection. Alright, we've got our main roads from end to end, and the buses could take you everywhere you need to go. Alright. Okay. This is the main road. These aren't going to be one-ways, though. I'm wondering if they should be one-ways. I don't think so. I think one-ways spawn out of these, right? And the center here, I want to get all of the required facilities, and hopefully everyone will be able to reach them. If I were to test by putting down or by hovering a substation, that's about 200 meters to that side, okay? And it's about 200 meters to that side. So this center, to the edges, everything should be walkable. People should be able to walk to everything, and that's my hope. That's my hope. We'll see if that works out. Okay, so right in the middle, what do we want? If I do make these one-ways, I can build a roundabout in the center. No, we need a much bigger space than that. Let's take a look at construction residential buildings. How many people are we trying to fit over here? Hundreds? Thousands? Like if I alternate between these two flats styles, 179, 100, let's say 180 and 190, right, each. Easily get up to like... Easily probably fit 1,000 workers in here. We need to make sure we have the infrastructure to support that many people, though. So let's see. Construction, equipment for citizens. We want to have a shopping center, because at the shopping center you can get food, clothes, electronics, and meat. Get everything you need in a great amount, right? Go ahead and put you... Wow. These buildings are a lot bigger than I remember them being. So if we put this down like so... I hate that the road faces the same way as the factory connection. It just doesn't make sense. It's a bit frustrating. Put you up here. Would have to do something like this. This is where we bring... Well, maybe that's too big. Maybe we go with a small shopping center instead. You can still get everything. Less quantity, but... The small cold storage is the thing that concerns me. but it fits a lot more nicely. And we've got our factory connections that'll actually work a bit more nicely as well. All right, so let's go to the small shopping center. Let's say the small shopping center is over here. It'll also make it easier to deliver goods to the shopping center. So let's go ahead and pop you down. Let's say over here. There we go. Wish I could get you closer. Maybe if I flatten the train a little bit. That did nothing. A little bit closer. All right. I will take whatever I can get, honestly. As close to this corner as possible. There we go. With a straight road still. Okay. So we have you down there. Suspend the construction. All this construction needs to be suspended right now. I wish you could put things down with construction already suspended. So this is our small shopping center. This small shopping center needs to have access to a warehouse. The warehouse, this is just way too big. We need this meat storage as well. So meat storage we can put down over here like so. Right, so we pop you down over here, let's say. I almost want to be further back, so more essential things are accessible from there. All right, so let's try this. Let's try putting the meat storage over here. And this connection should work. Just wish it wasn't so ugly. Wish it wasn't so ugly. Come on, meat storage. Over here. I might have to accept the ugliness. That works better. Okay, so meat storage over there, and then the road over here. I want this to, would I want this to be a one-way? I don't think so. Like I would do something like this, connect you here, but make sure that you are suspended as well. And then we have our warehouse, and I might actually do a smaller warehouse. Like I don't need that. I might do a barn here actually, which is weird, I know, but I don't need such a big storage facility. Cargo station? No. But I will need the road cargo station, won't I? Not really. I don't think we have to overcomplicate it over here. I think we could just do the warehouse. Where is it? Storage? Storage. Not open storage. Meat storage. Small barn. Again, kind of weird, I guess. But more appropriate. Stores a lot of clothes, a lot of food. I think it'll work. Wait, hold on. Does it store electronics? It does, yeah. Let's go ahead and flatten the train a little bit over here. Come on now. Can't do the infrastructure. That's a lie. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and cancel the road a little bit over here, because that's what's causing the problem. And then I can fit you a lot more comfortably. Okay, so we go like so. There we go. And let's get the road down. Sorry, not the road, but the connection down right away. All right, so what have we got over here so far? We've got food, meat, clothes coming down probably from Ruralinsky, being shipped over here, stored over here and over here, right? And then the meat and the clothes and the food, they all get moved into the shopping center from where people buy it. Great. Great. And people should be able to walk to that shopping center, even if they live all the way at the edge. Let's check here. If we go ahead and put you down over here. Yeah. Even if they live on the other side of the road over here, they should be able to walk to that shopping center. Right up to, well, even past that, because I believe they can walk 400 meters. So we should be good. In fact, let me check. Let me check. Where's our shopping center here? 208 meters. Don't really have a big range. Let's go back to our old city. That's a university. Shopping center. Okay, I stand corrected. So, looks like 238 meters is the maximum. So let's say 250 is probably the maximum walking distance. So if we were to do a check again. Yeah, we're still fine. We're still very much fine, even down over here. Yes, beautiful. So everyone's able to walk to that shopping center to get their shopping done. I like it. Let's also make sure we have over here. Actually, I should have checked something. If I check my mod and my small barn. All right, excellent. The reason why I wanted to check that is because the small barn also stores alcohol, and we want to go ahead and build a Can we fit a restaurant over here? I doubt it. I doubt it. Not residential pub. There we go. Restaurant is maybe a little too big and also actually doesn't accept a factory connection. Great. But a pub, I think, does. Which is kind of weird. You think of it the other way around. A pub also does not. Okay, fair enough. Damn. Just thought it would make life a little bit easier to ship alcohol to the pub. Now, pub stores 7.5 tons of alcohol. And again, we can get it out of this warehouse, right? All right. How much does a restaurant do? Also 7.5. 5 workers versus... I like the idea of a pub more. I might just go with a pub versus 5 workers. It's the same. It's just a different, you know, size and you know, aesthetic, I suppose is the word. Where would we put the pub down? Or down on that side? Like you do all your shopping and drinking at once? I hate the size of these footprints. They're just massive. Way too big. It's unreasonably big. Like I should be able to fit this down over here. You know what I mean? What if I put you down over here? Across the street from the shopping center. Get pretty close. That works for me. Again, just planning and plotting for now, right? So we've got your clothes, your food, your meat, your drinking. All those bare necessities, so to speak, have been taken care of. Now comes education. The second most important thing. Or the food, meat, clothes, alcohol. 5th most important thing. Education. Now, schools and kindergartens are pretty big. They are pretty big. This is, like, it ends up not working exactly how I wanted it to. Like, these facilities, they end up taking so much space. End up taking so much space. Now, this is just a kindergarten. A kindergarten has room for how many students again? Not enough is the answer to that question. If we go back to our old city again to just take a peek, one kindergarten can have 99 babies if we've got 10 staff. Don't know if that's enough. Don't know if that's enough. Looking at the complaints that the people have over here. Okay, looks like the kindergarten is not one, but we have 2 kindergartens in this area is the thing. So that's something to keep in mind down in our new living area over here. So fine. Education. Got a kindergarten over here. Housing down here. And up by here, maybe. Alright. Everything takes so much space. Everything takes so much space. Let's see. If I pop you down like so. Yeah. Gotta do that. Maybe get a little bit closer there. The closer we can get, the more space we can save, the better. Pop you there. Can I get lower? I can. Okay, sure. Kindergarten goes there. Again, suspend that construction. And the school is, again, massive. Absolutely huge. Needlessly. And the footprint is just even bigger. Come on now, flatten a little bit more. We should be able to get a little bit closer. Get them there. Get them there. I see you, terrain that needs flattening. Go ahead and do this. Maybe that'll do the trick. Every little bit counts with the stuff. Get the school down over. Come on now. I guess that's as close as we can get. Other option is, you know, something like that. That seems a lot worse. Sure. What about over here? I'm gonna wonder if... okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Let's get rid of the meat storage there. Get rid of that. Go to our construction, storage, meat storage. Pull you down a little bit. Do... Let's see. Try this. Do that. Too sharp of a turn. Oh, okay, but it works the other way around. Okay. Again, not pretty, but what are you going to do? Education, school. Now we can probably fit it a bit more nicely over here is my hope. I actually don't know if we saved any space there. Again, the footprint is just murder. Let's see, if we flatten a bit more, allows me to get closer. Right from center this. There we go. Come on, baby. Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Nice, nice, nice. We can get a lot closer here. And I know what many of you are thinking. Party, you have an entire nation's worth of room. Spread your wings and fly. But, I'm trying to build an efficient nation. We can fit, if we can fit, let's say 500 people in a city block like this, that's huge. That's absolutely huge. Okay, let's do this a bit more. Might make enough of a difference. We can nudge us a little bit further south. If not, then so be it. I think we've done a good enough job over here. Yeah. Great. Can I rotate you? Not really. Okay. Pop you down. Great. Okay, so got a school. We got a kindergarten. And what I can do is I can put playgrounds around as well. Because let's not forget, a playground acts as a kindergarten. A playground can, you know, up to 11 babies. Well, actually, well, that's just with one worker. I wonder if the staff gets maxed out. 3 staff here, 17 babies. It's not a lot, but, you know, it'll help supplement our kindergarten. Looking at the wrong spot there. All right. So I got education, primary education, and secondary education. No post-secondary here. You gotta go to Veterinka or maybe we'll build a university somewhere over here. Everywhere can't have everything. But this is good. This is good. We could also put a bus stop in the middle over here. So people are able to pick up the bus over here and go where needed. So again, let me check something here. Yeah, okay, so they're not able to walk from there to the train station, obviously. Are able to walk to, yeah, up there. Okay. Okay, things are starting to make sense. What else is essential? Sports. People need sports, and the football playground is probably the best way to get it to them. Let me do a couple comparisons back over here where they're built. So a football playground, when staffed up, 22 visitors. A gymnasium, when staffed up. Oh, wow, a gymnasium's definitely the way to go here. So let's go ahead, and plus a gym makes more sense, I would say, in terms of, like, rather than just having an open field, you have a gym. Maybe we do both. Maybe we do both. Sports. School. Sports, there we go. Get a whole stadium down here. We might get a stadium. We definitely want to get a stadium at Veterinka to the south over there next to the radio station, but I'll do that later. I'll get on that later. Probably get a stadium down over here as well. Gotta have, you know, intra-national sporting. Gotta get some football clubs happening and whatnot, right? Can't be a European-style city without that. Pop a gym down over here. I like that. Relatively accessible from everywhere-ish. If I put you down over there. Right. And let me just check the power again. I do like this trick. It's a straight line, those are the things. So from down there, you can't really get up there. But if you're down over here, let's try to, I mean, if you're living down here, I guess maybe you could get up there. Again, straight line, you could get up there, but what about not a straight line? Should people be living here? Should people be living only so far as there? Or just along that road there? And up over here? Right, if people are living here and here, what are we doing down over here? Leaving it empty because it's too close to the track? We could do that. We could do that. So we got sports. We've got, and I could add some more football fields and stuff as well. Where are we? Equipment for citizens. Football fields don't fit so easily, actually. On further examination. Puts them right next to the train tracks. Always a suitable spot for or football field. All right, we'll sort that out later. Got alcohol, food, clothes, meat, sports, education. That is everything. Oh, culture. We need a cinema. We need a cinema. Guess I could put it down over here. Suppose. Put it down over here. Again, if I put a bus stop down over here, then people could take the bus up there as well. This is just way too big. There's a smaller cinema, I believe, in my mods. I think. Yes, there is. I have it down somewhere. I have it down up over here. I just want to see the numbers comparison. Where are we? That's a kindergarten. That's a shopping center. That's a regular cinema. Damn, do I not have the smaller theater down somewhere? I could have sworn I did. Could have sworn I did, and I guess I'm mistaken. It's a gym. That's another kindergarten. Are these guys even getting culture? No, they're not. They are not getting culture. Oof, okay. Well, that's something else I need to fix. But okay, let's make sure we don't face that same issue down over here. So if I were to build the cinema, build it over there, I could build it down over here. Again, kind of just like spread the love a little bit. Okay, let's try this. Let's go ahead and build a bus stop over here. I'd love to have like a 4-way bus stop over here, but that's just not a thing. Until some genius modder goes in and makes it a thing. But yeah, we can go ahead and cancel the road here. Let's bus stop down over here. Nope, need to cancel a bit more. There we go. Right at the edge there. Beautiful. Beautiful. And from that bus stop, people can get to all of this so easily now. Again, in theory, this should work. In theory, right? But in practice, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. I don't want a big cinema. I want a small cinema. Let's go to our mod. Cinema Soju. Soju? Not sure. I don't think it's Soju. It's a very different thing from a very different part of the world. Down over here. Maybe something like that. The tooltip would go away. I'd be able to tell if the road actually connects. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now, tooltip. Oh my god. There we go. Just every time. Alright, what if I rotate and just check? There we go. I actually do that. I'm going to do this kind of a thing. And then we can go ahead and connect our footpaths like so. Connect you. Already got a pretty central connection over here, so that's good. So you're getting to the shopping center pretty easily. Walking over all this stuff pretty easily. I mean, I guess I could do this connection over here. Do this kind of a thing, so that's an easier connection. And then do this kind of a thing as well, so that should be an easier connection too. Oh, come on. Okay, let's do that. And that. Oh, well, let me connect here. Okay. Because it's all too tightly packed. A problem I'm very familiar with. All right, so that should do the trick, right? From there, you're able to get to everything. No problem. Everything you need to get to. Yes, excellent. All right. That's a huge footprint. Like I was saying, that's a huge footprint. But now, if we build roads, and the roads go... See how I can do this, if I can do this. The roads go like so. And then up over here, it has turned dark. I don't think I like this. Not only because it's more of an obstruction than it is an assistance, but also because it kind of looks ugly. Ugly as a software, it looks hideous. Like you can see that inner ring, right? You can see what I'm going for. I just don't like what I'm going for. I think a big part of it could be that this should go further south. Let's try it. If this were to go down to, say, here, then maybe it'll match. Yeah, it's got more of an egg shape now. It's more similar on both sides. Pop you out a little bit. The problem becomes the value we gain from this is not much. So we're going to cancel all that. Cancel all that. This is fine. This, honestly, I guess is fine as well. This is useless. All right, so this is when things get a bit more organic. And if we take a look at our residential options, hopefully, and a lot of this is going to be dictated by the size of the buildings we can fit. Might have to do a lot of these like smaller ones that only fit 100 workers. Yeah, we'll need like tall, narrow buildings, I think. And there are a lot of mods actually that I could be looking into as well. For this kind of a thing. But we do have, yeah, we've got flats we can fit. Like, let's say this one, right? This is 75 workers. If we can fit 10 of them, that's 750 workers, you know, here. I don't know if I can fit 10. Actually, you know what? I might be able to fit 10 of these up here. Oh, we might be able to fit a bunch of these too. Okay. Okay. Things are starting to make sense now. This is a bit of a unfortunate situation. Again, it's just a matter of that footprint size. I mean, if I were to get rid of the road here, let's try this. Get rid of the road here, right? This is fine. Let's go ahead and flatten from center. Go ahead and do this. All right, try to make this work best as possible. Again, I probably should have flattened it all before I laid down all these buildings, but too late for that. I'm fine with that. See, like, yeah, these footprints are just... Well, now we can fit one in here. We can fit one that fits 75 workers. Or maybe... Yes, we can fit something that builds, well, for 127 workers. And we get 189 workers. Oh, come on. So close. So close. Let's try this. Let's see. I might need to just delete that road and put it back down. 162 workers. Brick building. Come on now. It'll be a little bit of fiddling, but we'll figure stuff out. At the very least, I can get a building down that is 97 workers. Right, like, that's not bad. I can get... Let's see, if I can get 1, 2 of them down over here. Did I get 2 of them down over here? Let's see. Oh, I get more than 2 of them down. I get like 3 of them down, maybe. Maybe 2, maybe 3. But that's, you know, 300 workers in that little corner, and they're able to access all this stuff, hopefully. Let's check real quick. If I were to put you down over here. Well, we're just checking. Put you down over here. Put you down over here. If I were to put you down over here. That's, again, not 300 exactly, but let's say 300 for math's sake, for simple maths. And I was to get a mud path for now. It'll be a proper footpath later, right? Go to weave through these back alleys. End up there. Make these connections. Make this connected as well. Pull you up this way. Connect you and connect you. Now you all are able to, yes, reach everything. 420 meters is apparently the distance they're willing to walk. Yeah, you're able to reach down there as well, and you are just short. Okay, you're just short of the cinema. But that might be a problem easily solved. Oops. If we do this kind of a thing. Let's see. Again, just experimenting here. Just experimenting. Nah. Not good enough. Not good enough. What else could we do? We can make a connection over here. Still not good enough. Yeah, that bus stop's about the limit. But that's okay, because then from here you can take the autobus or whatever. Trolley bus, sorry. Autobus. I keep going to French. You take that down to over here. Well, from there you're not able to get anywhere. Maybe you take a bus from up there down to this bus stop. Because again, buses can use those stations as well, right? As far as we saw. Okay. Okay. We're going to go ahead and pause real quick. 300 workers with everything they need. Over here, we can get another 300, let's say, right? Let's say we're limited to 300. Over here, we can get definitely 600 workers, I would say, and let's say another 300 here. So we're looking at 300, 600, 900, 1,500 workers in this ring. 1,500 workers. Let's take a look at what a coal mine needs. 220, all right? 15, okay. So 220 times 4 is 880. 15 times 4 is 60. So we're looking at 940. 940 plus another 20, 960. So right now, we have more workers here than we need in all of this. Seems sustainable to me. Seems sustainable to me. I'm pretty satisfied with this planning that we've done today. And I might actually keep those housing units down there as well. And I think what we need to do is we need to start building all this. We want to start with building all of this right away. Top priority. Bring, you know, all of those, not all, but like we got 2,021 plus living with their parents. Bring a bunch of them down over here, right? If we bring, what is this, 300 of them down over here, they can help build this stuff, and then they can help build all this stuff. That'll be, I think, the best way to go. So yeah, priority is going to be these residential units over here, getting these built, and yeah, moving on from that, I think is the way to go. But yeah, it seems like we are at least somewhat successfully planning our new city over here. As always, y'all need to let me know your thoughts and opinions. If you spot any issues before I spot them, if you see any problems with what we're trying to execute over here, you let me know right away, and I will make sure to avoid those issues, hopefully. But feeling pretty happy, actually, with how this is working out. Not exactly how I had in mind when I first started laying this section out, but you know what? It's all about adapting and overcoming challenges. This is exciting. This is exciting. And hopefully, you know, the trains and everything will work smoothly once they're all in position. This is great. Folks, this is also where we're going to call it a session. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, you know what to do. Let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. As always, it makes a massive difference in how I approach content on the channel. A massive thanks goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. You keep us alive and running smoothly. And a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time. До свидания.